Is Cronos coin ready for a recovery here this month in November? We've talked about the World Cup coming up later this month and how Cronos will be a big part of the marketing push moving forward. Crow has been on a nice little run up here in the last 3 weeks, following three green candles in the last 3 weeks. And we're going to talk about where Crow could be heading this month. Of course, a lot of things going to impact every cryptocurrency out there this week. We've got a ton of things happening, whether it's CPI, we've got elections, just a world of things happening outside of the crypto market that will impact everything inside it. But make sure you guys hit the like button down below and subscribe. We're going to dive in here to an article, talk a little bit about Crow. You could see what we've done here in the last month, building back up. Cronos did drip down below the 10-cent barrier back in mid-October. Since then, though, we've been on a nice little steady rise. We've got some really big resistance right now, about 12.5 cents. If we break through that, though, we could run all the way up to the 15-cent mark. So are we going to see this recovery mode continue for Crow? Let's dive in and talk a little bit more about it. So, of course, last year, real quick, before we get into price analysis, last year, Crow raised $100 million to fund developers creating dApps on the Cronos chain and the crypto.org chain. And it provides access now, Cronos does, to 10 million adopters of its solution. It's one of the fastest growing centralized exchanges out there. Cronos is also highly scalable as well. They've done a really nice job of entering into new markets here in 2022. Yes, the price action has been down. Everything has been. But that has not stopped them from building the business and entering new markets. So at the time of this writing, Crow was trading around 12.2, and we can bounce over here a little bit. Yep, it's right on it, actually, 12.2, down about 3.4% right now. And this article in particular says they do not think this is an ideal time to buy right now. But if the Crow price does not break the resistance, it could come back down to about 10 cents. And that, in their opinion, in this article, is an ideal time to buy for the long term. There is a lot of consolidation that's happened right around that 10-cent range here for Crow. But you can also maybe forecast a breakout if a couple things happen. Could go to 15 cents if we continue to see these weekly candlesticks. So let me zoom in here because those are three green candlesticks in a row right there, okay? Weekly green candlesticks. We'll see if this trend continues here, and we could come up to that 14.5, 15-cent range in the short term. Now, some things that are happening for us, obviously, I mentioned, CPI this week could be beneficial, could be a drawback for crypto. We've got elections coming up on Tuesday. Again, we'll see what happens. If Republicans take the House, many people believe that House and Senate, many people do believe we'll see a rally in the overall crypto market. But as I mentioned, the last, actually I said 3 weeks, the last 4 weeks have been green here for Cronos, and it's trading right around that baseline of the Bollinger Bands, which does suggest an ideal time to accumulate Crow for the long term. Again, if you're looking to get it perfectly down at that 10-cent range is really where you want to grab it. And so, Crow, I mean, here's the thing. It's still a top 25 crypto, guys, still a $3 billion market cap. Many people have looked at the industry and said, wow, Crow has a lot of competition now. I do agree. I do think the brand, though, is strong enough. I still go back to something I said way back in 2021. Just having crypto.com, that name in and of itself, should produce wide adoption. I know that sounds crazy, but moving forward, we got to enter, we got to get the 95% of people, or at least put a net in that number, get them into crypto. And Crow right now is doing a fantastic job marketing their services, marketing their company through the sports world. And they will be doing that again later this month at the FIFA World Cup. So I do still hold a lot of Crow for the long term, and do think that it has a bright future. We'll just have to continue to see what happens here in the short term. And again, a lot of things happening. I made a video right before this talking about the massive week that crypto has and all of the events. So make sure you check out that video. But still bullish on Crow long term. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens here this week. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Let me know what you guys think down below. Don't forget to tap the like button. It's totally free, really, and it really helps us out. Thanks. We'll see you in the next video.